I thought India's best chance came when they were marginally ahead at the end of day one, which seems a week ago. 146 for three. India needed to go on and make that 300. And I thought there were a couple of moments New Zealand fought their way back into this game. One of those was to restrict India to 217, as you see on the board there. And the second, keeping India down to 170. I thought India had a chance to draw the game when the game started this morning. And I think at the center of both those moments is a young man who's only, 7-8 test matches old, but who can look in the mirror today and say, you know what, I think not only do I belong here, but I think I've got a long way to go in this. I've got a great career ahead of me. What strikes me, Simon, about Kyle Jamieson, 5 for 31, 2 for 30, 7 for 61 in a test match is fantastic, but it's come over 46 overs. He never allowed anyone to get the better of him, and I thought this morning he got the better of Virat Kohli.
Yeah, he did, and those are the wickets. The two that Kyle Jamieson took this morning, Kohli and Pujara. When you ask an opposition, okay, who do I want to get out? As a bowler, who do I want? Number one, I want the best player. And number two, I want the bloke who does not want to get out, who almost refuses to get out, who is the hardest to get out. Those are the two wickets I want. Those are the two that Kyle Jamieson provided. And he is just continuing to do it. That 5 in the first innings was exceptional as well. He's got Kohli twice now in this test match. He got him once in New Zealand, or twice in New Zealand as well. So he's just filling in that little gap and adding to what was already an extremely good bowling attack. Neil Wagner over 200 wickets, Trent Boult 283 or thereabouts, and Tim Southee 312 plus a couple today. So he's almost 315 now, I think, Tim Southee. You look around the world and try and find sides with 3 seam bowlers all over 200 wickets playing together. Well, New Zealand have never even looked like having that. And I don't know how many sides around the world would have had that.
Only that other team across the ditch, I suspect.
Well, I'm thinking, McGrath, Gillespie, Lee, when they played together, perhaps. Would that
be... Maybe Cummins, Stark and Hazelwood?
Would they all have over 200 now?
I don't think Cummins has got 200 now.
No, I don't know whether whether Hazelwood's got over 200 or not either. I don't.
If 200, so,
looking back, yeah.
And may I just mention in passing that the last time New Zealand played a test match, the player of the match was a guy called Matt Henry who didn't make the side. So that tells you just how much depth there is. I'll come back to those 2 wickets. I thought Kohli in the first innings was looking a very good player, looking really good. That 44, if Jamieson had not got Kohli there, I think India had a chance of getting on to 260, 270, 300. There was the game there. That's why I keep coming back to the 2 key moments that Jamieson was involved in. Simon, there's a third moment that Jamieson was involved in. And I thought on that yesterday morning, 4th morning of the actual playing time, when New Zealand had only made 34 of 23 overs, and they were struggling a little bit, had lost 2 or 3 wickets, that innings of 20. Now, you look back at the end of a test match, an innings of 20 doesn't really count for that much. I thought that innings of 20 just provided the momentum. Southee makes 30, and the lead now, New Zealand get the lead.
Yeah, that 32-run lead, although it doesn't seem like a lot, was crucial in the context, wasn't it? Because that allowed New Zealand to get the 2 wickets. That he was aggressive. There was remember the first shot? The first shot that Kyle Jamieson played, he came onto the front foot to a ball on the top of the bounce and just punched it back down the wicket. And it's a sign of a guy who's comfortable with his place in the team after only 8 test matches, and he knows what he can do. He knows his game, and he's a great addition. Those runs, Southee's runs, that small lead from a New Zealand point of view, and they knew that they had to come out this morning firing. And time and time again, he bowled fuller in the first innings because he swung the ball a bit more, and the second innings he just dragged his length back a little bit to pick up those wickets.